eyes of their star players. On my right is a man who needs no introduction, Lionel Messi, captain of Argentina, and I introduce to you Matthew Ryan, captain of Australia. Let's start off with Matthew Ryan, Australia's goalkeeper, born on 8th of April 1992. He grew up under Australia's now fledgling youth system, inspired by the mercurial generation of Australian internationals like Mark Viduka, Harry Kewell, and Tim Cahill, who were the first amongst a blessed crop of players to take Australia to the World Cup round of 16. And tonight, Matthew wants to emulate his childhood heroes and lead Australia to not only the round of 16 and perhaps do better than his predecessors and take them to the quarterfinals. He's a vastly experienced player, having played in Belgium, England, and Spain. In 2015, he won the AFC Asian Cup with Australia, which is no mean feat. Now over to the man whom the less said, the better. Vastly experienced, vastly known, and vastly anticipated to win his first ever World Cup, the only thing he hasn't won. What can one say of Leo Messi, who was born on the 24th of June 1987 at 13? He moved from his native Argentina, carrying with him his Italian ancestry, like 70% of Argentinians are, to Spain. In Spain, he joined FC Barcelona's youth academy and won pretty much everything that there is on offer. 10 La Liga titles, 7 Ballon d'Ors. He scored over 700 club goals. Now, if you put that in addition to what he's been able to achieve at Paris Saint-Germain, whom he joined in the summer of 2021, this is one of the best players ever to grace the footballing stage. And I like to claim his just bits and pieces of him, because back in 2005, you who are a bit older might remember that we brought you the FIFA World Youth Championship on the now defunct KBC subsidiary Metro Television. We like to say that we discovered Messi. He took Argentina all the way to the final, where he met Nigeria's John Obi Mikel, and he managed to have the last laugh in that encounter. That was his first of many titles, but as I've just said, there's one major title that has eluded his career, and we wait to see whether after 90 minutes tonight he'll be on his way to victory or on his way back to Argentina. Stay with us. This is KBC Channel 1 TV. We promise you so much. Thrills, spills, you name it. I'll be joined in a short while by Coach Ben Bella and Gregory Mulemi, and they shall take you through the paces. Cheers. Yes, here we are, back again. I left the latest title that Messi has won on international level for this particular stage. That's the Copa America that he won in 2021. Our guest here shall be telling us whether he's going to win the World Cup this year or whether he'll just have to accept and throw in the towel. Or maybe in another 4 years' time, if he's still eligible, he may come back and twist his way to a World Cup glorious and victorious journey. Gregory Mulemi to my left, and on his left is Coach Ben Bella, whom you're now familiar with from the Dunda Dunda Qatar show that comes to you on KBC Channel 1 TV.
Thank you.
Before we get to the nitty-gritties of Argentina and Australia, let us just make it clear that we stand with the world's greatest footballer, Pele, Edson Arantes Nascimento, his real name, the only person to have won the World Cup on 3 occasions. That's 1958, 1962, and 1970, as he's now been given critical care in ICU, reportedly suffering from bowel cancer. Pele, family and friends, we are together. Yes, gentlemen, as is custom, before we look at tonight's main meal, we start with an appetizer. Last night, Africa, we didn't know whether to smile or cry because Cameroon made history. They beat Brazil, but they left the tournament nonetheless. Why did they have to leave? They didn't qualify, they didn't start well. What was the problem with Cameroon? You're so good, you beat Brazil, but you don't make the round of 16?
Sometimes you're good, but not very good, yeah? Good doesn't mean that you excel. This is the story of the 2022 FIFA World Cup, whereby we've seen very good sides get eliminated, not because they played bad football, but because of the mistakes on match day 1. And that translates to what Cameroon did. Against Switzerland, they did not really live up to expectations. I didn't expect Cameroon to lose that much personally, because we were here with you analyzing that game, and Embolo's goal just 5 minutes into halftime was a heartbreak for them, because a homeboy scoring against you, and then on the flip side of it, he scores the goal that takes them to the round of 16. For Cameroon, it's like a love story that has gone wrong, whereby everything goes according to script, then you just sleep on the last minute and everything just goes haywire. Abubakar, I'm still asking myself why he wasn't fielded against Switzerland
from the get-go.
Yeah, and that's something I think the coach is quite inexperienced and is learning. You know, he just came from the youth ranks, then he was elevated to the national team coach, Rigobert Song, and I'm sure he'll look at that and say that I think I made a mistake in Qatar. We didn't leave with our heads sulking. We left the heads high. It's something that can be of benefit in the near future. Remember, the Cup of Nations is also around. They can redeem themselves.
Coach Ben Bella, welcome to Analysis.
Thank you.
This is the first one we're doing with you.
Yeah.
Wonderful, what a night. Cameroon, what happened?
Just to follow up with what Gregory's sentiments, I believe if they are going to give the coach enough time, like the Senegalese team, Cisse for that matter, I believe they are going to have a very good team in future. But you know, in Africa, we don't give our coaches time. It will be, they just wake up one morning and say, hey, Greg, you're the coach of the national team. Tomorrow, you're not the coach, no, you're no longer the coach again. So given the fact that he has come up with a good team, and remember the assistant coach, a very good experienced coach, Sebastian Mignet, who used to be Harambee Stars coach, is his deputy. So I can see a good team coming up in near future. Going back to the match, I believe it depends why, when and how you win the match. So when did the Cameroonian side win the match? Yesterday. Was it good enough to make them qualify the next round? No. You start early, make sure you either get a draw in your first match or you win for that matter. So it came late. Unfortunately, one of their own, Embolo, buried Cameroon yesterday. So we need to plan early enough. During the group stages is the time when you have to make sure you don't lose points. Either you lose 1 point or you collect all the 3 points.
Ghana.
Another story. Sure, it's not. We tried another short stories. No, this is another story of a team that had potential of progressing to the round of 16, but clearly, I think inexperience on the big stage let them down. Because you look at the group that had the likes of South Korea, the likes of Portugal. This is a group that was really, really tough, and it needed calm nerves to settle that. Ghana lost the match from the onset. Luis Suarez was not a problem until they made it a problem. You could see the Ghana players before the match shaking Luis Suarez's hands like they were looking at him like this is war. And you see it played to their disadvantage because now they can go and discuss the 2010 squabbles in Montevideo and in Kumasi. You know, when you enter the football pitch, you are supposed to focus on your job. I think they focused more on whatever happened 12 years ago, forgetting that this is a new era, a new setup, and a new environment where we are supposed to make our nation proud. If Ghana could have settled that match in the first half, I don't think South Korea could have progressed from that group.
Coach, was Andre Ayew's penalty the turning point in that game?
I won't mince my word. I think they were just the liabilities of the team in Ghana, because you lose a penalty, your brother loses the ball in the middle of the pitch, you concede a goal, he was walking, in fact he was walking back.
And that is Andre Ayew for you?
Yeah, he was walking back as if nothing had happened. So I think Ado, when he made the changes in the second half, you could see Ghana were coming up and they were trying to play good football. So it's a matter, and yesterday, is it today? I was very shocked when he was talking about that he has something for the national team in future. Which future?
The way he took his penalty, though,
too casual. Too casual. He wanted to dramatize it. That's a moment whereby you need to be serious. And they could have given even is it Kadu?
There was Iñaki Williams looking for his first
a
goal in the
left-footed player's disadvantage.
Kudus was there
when it comes to taking penalties. Yeah. A left-footed player's disadvantage when it comes to taking penalties. We've seen Messi score one.
They're always one-dimensional.
And we've also seen him miss
from the same spot.
But remember, all these goalkeepers, they watch how these players take their penalties. So he decided to go on his left-hand side, on the right-hand side of the goalkeeper.
Are they better free kick takers, left-footed players?
They are. I think Kudus can do both feet. Iñaki Williams' experience in the La Liga, he should have done better. They could have told him, okay, this is your chance to give Ghana your first ever career goal in these black and white colors.
Because Andre Ayew is left-footed.
Yes.
Yeah. But would you say
is it the best
he's
they have?
Better?
No.
But he's better off taking a free kick or a corner kick as opposed to a penalty.
It doesn't matter whether a left footer or a right footer. It depends with the seriousness you're taking that penalty. Because he was too casual the way he took the penalty, and in fact he showed where he was kicking the penalty. I think he was not that serious, and it costed immediately they lost that penalty. Uruguay came back to the game.
Yeah.
The United States of America have just been bundled out by the Netherlands. The United States of America are co-hosts next World Cup 2026 alongside Mexico and Canada, who are also really impressed in this tournament. Both sides, Mexico and Canada, have also left. What do you say of the United States of America? They've been qualifying for World Cups. So at times they miss out, but whenever they qualify, they become a talking point for having impressed.
I've been watching this game. Clearly, you could say there was a difference between the two sides in terms of experience
and technical
ability. The United States started the match brightly, but then you look at the distinction and the quality in the Netherlands team, you could tell that this is a team that is progressing daily as the tournament goes. And such sides are really, really dangerous because it reaches a time where you can't beat them. I've been on this set talking about the likes of Italy, the likes of France. They're starting the tournament slowly, and then they build up as the matches become tougher and tougher. And now we were talking about a Netherlands side that drew 1-1 with Ecuador, and everybody was like, this guy is just an ordinary side. But look at the distinction between them and the United States. Not taking away that the United States is a team that is under development. Look at the manuscript they borrowed. Jürgen Klinsmann, the technical director, straight from Germany. He's the one who built the team that lifted the World Cup in Brazil in 2014 when he was appointed the manager. In 2006, He's taken the same manuscript and the script to United States, and they are looking forward to the next World Cup. What does that tell you? They are planning. Remember, we said here, United States of America didn't come to this World Cup to win, but rather gain experience with these 22-year-olds for the next one. Look at what they've done. Reach the round of 16. Now they learn. They look at these sides. Virgil van Dijk won't be there in the next 4 years. So is Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, who will be there. Maybe Fabian Dest, maybe Timothy Weah, and the rest.
Wow. These talks can go on and on and on and on. And because they can't go on and on and on and on, they'll go on and on and on after this short break. Remember, Argentina, Australia, in a bit.
Utavuna ulichopanda, utavuna.
Utavuna, 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 utavuna.
Safari hii kawa yangu haikuniangusha.
Hapa mkubwa utapata pesa.
Elgon Thabiti Super NPK 22-612 and 17-17-17 blends provide all essential and additional micronutrients for your plantations. Elgon Super Fertilizer is your surest partner in successful farming and is available in various packages that suits your pocket.
Feel the excitement. Relish every moment. Get 1.5 GB at 50 bob. Valid for 3 hours. Furahia futa. Dial *544 hash. Make chaguo smarter na Airtel, the most affordable network.
Sisi ndio tunabeba swag hadi ndani ya pitch. Si ndio the fastest, the biggest, the strongest. They wonder why. Time waliland kucheza ball na nati, sisi tulikuwa mguu chuma. Ball ni sisi na sisi ni ball. It has always been a part of us. We are passionate, so loud, they had to tell us to keep it down. Na sasa, it's that time again. The time for us to step up. Tuwakumbushe why Waafrika wana shine kwa ligi za majuu. So if you love football, love Africa. Cheer Africa. Africa ni sisi.
There's something that drives us to become who we are.
For me, it's my family. When they're unwell, I can't function.
How are you feeling now?
I'm much better.
Oh, thanks to Madison Better Life. Thanks to Madison Better Life Medical Cover. They have access to the best care 24/7. Madison Group. Usibahatishe.
Hai, kaka. Hii ni miujiza. Mimi nimejaribu kulima wa mahindi hadi nimekata tamaa.
Nisikize rafiki yangu. Nimebadilishwa na kilimo cha mahindi. Nauza mahindi yamenijengea. Na pia mashamba nimepata. Na isitoshe, napata lishe bora ya mifugo yangu.
Shamba ndogo hivi unapata mazao mengi na pesa nyingi.
Kwa muda mfupi.
Siri kwa wapi?
Siri ni hii. Kwa mazao kemkem, napanda nikitumia Elgon Thabiti Maize Planting na baadaye napalilia nikitumia Elgon Thabiti Maize Top Dressing. Bas, matokeo ni mazao ya ajabu.
Wacha nikatafuta hiyo Thabiti.
Elgon Super Fertilizer is your surest partner in successful farming and is available in various packages that suits your pocket. Elgon Kenya, transforming farms and lives through technology. Buy Kenya, build Kenya.
Cheza loto,
Shinda pesa moto.
Wachua mamili leo na Loto Moto. Cheza ukianzia na shilingi 50 na ushinde milioni 2 kila siku. Kucheza ni rahisi zaidi. Kwenye M-Pesa, chagua lipa na M-Pesa. Paybill number, weka 757070. Account number, andika neno Loto. Kisha, weka star. Alafu nambari yako ya simu. Kwenye amount, weka kiwango chochote cha pesa. Kuanzia shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2000. Lipa na usubiri draw. Makinika papa hapa ili utimize ndoto zako na Loto Moto. Cheza kwa kuwajibika. Mchezo huu ni wazi kwa watu walio na umri wa miaka 18 na zaidi. Ujumbe huu umeidhinishwa na BCLB. Cheza Loto Moto. Shinda pesa moto moto.
Do you know you stand the risk of disconnection if you have not updated your SIM registration details? Dial star 106 hash to check your SIM registration status. If your details are not updated, dial star 106 hash and select option 2 to get the self-update link. You will be required to upload your original ID image copy, both front and back. Alternatively, you can visit the nearest Airtel outlet. Remember, you only have until December 15th, 2022 to comply. This is a SIM regulation requirement as per the Communications Authority of Kenya. Airtel, the most affordable network.
This festive season, mambo ni kulipa na Equity Card. Paying for shopping, lipa na Equity Card. Dinner out with friends, lipa na Equity Card. Fueling, lipa na Equity Card. Doing your hair, nails, makeup, mambo ni kulipa na Equity Card. Unaenda holiday, lipa na Equity Card. Una change luku, lipa na Equity Card. Because with your Equity Cards, there is no need to carry cash or visit the ATM. Enjoy secure, convenient and stress-free payments at no extra charge with your Equity Cards. Jumambo ni kulipa na Equity Card.
It's anything to go by, then we're in stew. Ghana can still fight for at least a draw realistically and finish second. Now there's a chance here, 2-0, and really now it's turning out to be a nightmare. 2 goals for Giordani Arasaita, and now it's becoming more and more difficult. 2 goals within a space of 5 minutes, and Uruguay are looking like they are marching and cruising to the next round of 16 here.
A true pass, which, and then of course Suarez with his rich experience know exactly where Pele was, and he gave a fantastic pass brilliantly. Pele was also able to finish it. Very good work from Uruguayans.
Win with Team Naivas. Kikombe kikwetu. Kumbuka, kila Mkenya ni mshindi.
It's Uruguay, that was. Ball brought inside, missed by everyone. Suarez here, chance for Uruguay, and it's a goal. 1-0. Uruguay take the lead here. Early shot from Suarez, finished by Giordani Arasaita, and Uruguay have taken the lead here. It's anything to go by, then we're in stew. Ghana can still fight for at least a draw realistically and finish second. Now there's a chance here, 2-0, and really now it's turning out to be a nightmare. 2 goals for Giordani Arasaita, and now it's becoming more and more difficult. 2 goals within a space of 5 minutes.
With your Equity Cards, there is no need to carry cash or visit the ATM. Enjoy secure, convenient and stress-free payments at no extra charge with your Equity Cards. Jumambo ni kulipa na Equity Card.
Dosi ni chuma ya nguvu. Ikisimama kwa building, hakuna kitu baya ita happen kwa hiyo building.
Chuma ndio nyumba. Nyumba zetu zote tunatumianga chuma ya Dosi.
Doshi Steel, chuma ya nguvu.
Welcome back. It's time for the big one. Argentina, Australia. My name is Tira Swayaki. I'm joined here to my left by Gregory Mulemi, and on his left is Coach Ben Bella himself. A big night. Argentina, any chance for them? And I ask so, not out of disrespect, but because this World Cup has taught us that there are new kids on the block in terms of countries that were previously considered as small. We've seen Germany leave, we saw Spain almost leave. The African champions are still there in Senegal, and we shall be televising their match against England tomorrow night at this time. But is there a threat that Argentina might be bundled out of the tournament tonight?
Might be, but on a personal level, I don't think so. Because you look at this group that Australia actually qualified from. Look at their match against France. It could clearly tell you that Australia is a side that will always struggle against established sides, beaten 4-1 by the holders. Coming up against an Argentina side that, despite losing to Saudi Arabia in the opener, they upped their game in the remaining matches, and you could see there was some sense of seriousness and intent from the Albiceleste. And for the Socceroos, I think they have overachieved. Coming into this match, it might work for them because they are not really under pressure, but coming up against an Argentina side that we can see goals flying in, then to me it will be tough for them. Argentina with Messi reminds me of Mario Kempes in 1978 when they won it at their backyard. Diego Maradona, the hand of God, 1986, and Messi knows that he doesn't have any other opportunity. This is the time that he can actually do it.
Coach Ben Bella, Australia took the game to France in their opener. 9 minutes, Greg Gooding had found the back of the net for Australia. And we started thinking of the unthinkable before the French turned it all around. Would Argentina be able to cope with that kind of pressure if Australia start that way and sustain it to the very end?
Well, I don't think so, because you go into France versus Australia match, you could see good defensive play. First half, second half, they cracked. Immediately they cracked, they soaked in goals. This is, you are playing against a wounded Argentinian side, a side which Messi wants to prove that is maybe better than Maradona. And they have too much pressure on their side because at the end of the day, he has won everything. And it will have to go down to the midfield of Argentina to step up so that Messi can play. If they don't step up, then it will be a walk in the park. But according to me, I believe Australia is going to soak in a good amount of goals, like 3 or 4 in today's match.
We all talk about Messi and we forget Di Maria. He's been a loyal servant to this team. And in this World Cup, he hasn't failed in terms of performance. He's been running up and down just like he did at the Copa America last year and in other years previous. What can we say of Di Maria's influence tonight if he gets the chance to start?
First of all, a very experienced player, both at club and international level. He uses the width very, very, very well, and very few players can maintain that level of consistency over that long period of time. And his experience in hold-up play and the pace he has, you can't know that he's over 30 years old, and that is something that is very unique about Angel Di Maria. Coming into this match, I know he'll give Argentina the alternative of attack, in that he's a threat on his own. He hasn't scored a goal yet in this tournament, but he has provided open chances, which are very, very important. But one thing I would like to point out about this Argentinian team is that you look at the previous matches where Lautaro Martinez started, they were really potent in attack. But look at the Manchester City striker coming in. I'm talking about Julian Alvarez. Very good on the ball, is very quick and has an eye for goal. It has brought a new dimension into the Argentinian attack, and with the likes of Di Maria cutting in from the right or even left side of attack, then Julian Alvarez in the middle, then it gives Argentina an opportunity to even get more goals, because this is a player that nobody was talking about, let's say a year or two ago, just came from the domestic league into the English Premier League, and right now at the World Cup is dislodged one of the finest strikers in the Serie A.
You know what? Who will win for Argentina? Molina and Acuna. The two wing backs. When they overlap. Di Maria, if he's going to play, I'm very sure he'll get inside to create space for them. And Otamendi. Remember Otamendi, during their last match, he played around a total of 88 passes.
Good also in the set.
When you have a centre-back who can give good passes, then you are good to go as a team.
Okay, you said Australia are going to soak in goals. Put yourself in the shoes of the Australian coach tonight. What would you tell your boys to win this game? Game plan.
The way they played against France in the first half, first 20 minutes or so, good concentration. They were playing as a team, as a block. They were not defending too deep into their own half, winning the balls in the middle. So concentration, entire 90 minutes, I think will be good for them. But the moment it lapses, they'll soak in goals.
Okay, stay with us to find out the do's and don'ts for Australia and for Argentina. See you at halftime. This one, thriller.
With Glovo, you have anything you want from your city in your hands. Kama unatamani ugali beef ama fried chicken, order Glovo ujaribu restaurant mpya. With Glovo, unaweza track order yako na kuongea na customer support, which is always available. Download the app and order anything you want from your city. We'll deliver.
Feel the excitement. Relish every moment. Get 1.5 GB at 50 bob, valid for 3 hours. Furahia futa.